indefinitely. Indefinitely. So, that was my 2 minutes. There's more that I could say, sir, but those are the obvious ones.
First of all, what was your name? First name? Lindsay. Thank you for showing up today, Lindsay. This is, I've thought of times when I've shown up to hostile audiences. Well, not hostile, but Democrats aren't that hostile. We're pretty chill. Sometimes. Thank you for showing up. And as a progressive, I think that you are equally worthy of dignity as me, and that you're also equally capable of reason as me. So I'm not going to dismiss your arguments, but I do disagree with them. And let me tell you why. I'll explain why I disagree with them. Number one, if we are really going to say that the Second Amendment gives us the right to stand up against a tyrannical government, are you going to go and arm Stephon Clark's family this week? Because Stephon Clark was standing in his own backyard holding a camera, and you want to talk about tyranny, those police fired at him 20 times, hit him 8, and 6 of them hit his back. That sounds like a tyrannical government to me. Are you saying that the Second Amendment gives Stephon Clark's family the right, and Alton Sterling's family? Alton Sterling was restrained on the ground, face down, and the cop shot him 6 times, and he's dead. Now, my question is, can Alton Sterling's family, according to the Second Amendment, gather up their weapons and go and attack the police department who have killed their family member? Is that what you're saying? Well, I'm looking for where we can use this this tyranny, sort of break the glass thing, because which lives are going to matter before we can actually break that glass on the Second Amendment tyranny emergency, right? Because if you're worried about a tyrannical government like Obama who's going to come and take your guns, then I'm worried as Alton Sterling's family about getting shot for being in front of a convenience store, or Stephon Clark's family for being executed summarily without the constitutional right to a swift and speedy trial. So if we're really going to use that argument, we've got to start thinking about other communities where there's actual tyranny happening. What about ICE victims who are deported in front of their families? Talk about tyranny. People who are plucking chickens, who will do more in one day for our country than 100 politicians in a lifetime, for our country, are being threatened by ICE thugs showing up at their home and ripping away their mothers in front of them. Are you going to give them weapons to stand up against the tyrannical government?
Of course not.
Well, that's the thing. We can't just talk about a tyrannical government when I have to, limit my magazine size. We got to talk about tyrannical government and really face it. But let me tell you, 2 revolutions, give you an example, I'll end. The French Revolution, they used violence to fight against the government. That was not a peaceful revolution, and it did not end up in a free society. The guillotine was turned on its own oppressors. Number 2, the American Revolution did not result in a free society. Most people in the U.S. were not free after the American Revolution. But let me tell you about other kinds of revolution. Martin Luther King, that revolution was peaceful, and it resulted in long-lasting, sustainable change with reconciliation that came afterward. So if there's a tyranny, not only will there not be any constitution left, so get whatever weapons you want. No laws left standing. If there's a tyranny and somebody says, I'm tearing up the Constitution, you don't have to worry about a system of laws anymore. Our founding fathers said, you need to stand up and use whatever violence you have at your disposal to stand up against that government, and I'll come and build the bombs with you if that ever happens. All right? Number 2, if we want to actually fight a revolution today for a better tomorrow, we have got to use the methods of peace, the art of peace. I don't want to threaten your Second Amendment right, but I think that the most sustainable, long-lasting revolutions are fought peacefully, in my opinion.